Hello, smart viewers. Welcome to Face to Face. I'm William Guinaldi, and as usual, I'll be hosting this episode for the next 30 minutes. And for this segment, for this episode particularly, I'm gonna be discussing about education in Indonesia. And as usual, we bring up variously, interesting topics, and this topic surely is quite interesting, yeah. But for the first segment, I'm gonna be discussing more about challenges about education in Indonesia, particularly because it's gonna bring the nation up forward, and it's quite it's very distinctive to the mission of the country also. So the first challenge in education in Indonesia is that Indonesia has a high overall youth literacy rate of 99% and has made tremendous progress in ensuring 99% of children aged between 7 and 12 years old are attending primary or junior secondary school. However, still many children do not transition from primary to secondary school, so particularly children from poor families and rural areas. So junior secondary age children in rural areas are 1.5 times as likely not to attend school compared to those in urban areas. Meanwhile, children from the poorest households are 4 times more likely to be out of school than those in the richest. So, in total, approximately 4.5 million Indonesian children who should be in school are not. That's 270,000 children of primary school age 7 to 12 years, 750,000 of junior secondary school age 13 to 15 years, and 3.5 million of senior secondary school age 16 to 18 years old. Meanwhile, 67% of school age children with disabilities are out of school. So, learning outcomes amongst Indonesian children require a substantial improvement to achieve sustainable development goal in education adopted by the government. More than half, 55% of 15-year-old students are low achievers in reading. So, for example, in mathematics, it is more than 2/3, about 69%. And similarly, at the primary level, many children struggle to acquire even the most basic academic skills, with only 50% of 4th grade students meeting low international benchmarks in mathematics and science. So, inadequate understanding of the value of early childhood development by families, societies, and among planners means that 30% of Indonesian children aged 3 to 6 years do not benefit from early childhood education. And additionally, in rural and remote parts of Indonesia, early childhood development services are either absent, inaccessible, or unaffordable to most children, meaning they miss out on valuable early learning and development opportunities that their urban counterparts receive. So, compounding these barriers to access, teachers in marginalized areas have inadequate training on holistic approaches to early child development that integrate health, nutrition, safety, and psychosocial stimulations. And it's quite interesting also, an estimated 37% of children under the age of 5 are stunted due to nutritional and wash deficiencies, which further affects their educational development. So there are more than just educational factors, educational access, yeah. So there's more to it. Yeah. There's nutritional and wash deficiencies also. And Indonesia is situated in one of the world's most active disaster hotspots and is at high risk of a variety of natural hazards, including earthquake, tsunami, volcanic eruptions, flood, landslide, drought, and forest fires. So, of 34 provinces in Indonesia, 30 are in high risk and 4 are in medium risk zones. So most disasters affect schools. So during the period of 2014 to 2016, major disasters affected more than 31,000 schools in Indonesia. So those are the challenges in Indonesia that they have to face in in providing educational and to fight for education. Yeah. So for the next segment, I'm going to invite a community which related to the topics that we discussed, which involve education. So don't go anywhere. Stay tuned on Face to Face. Hello smart viewers, welcome back to Face, still with me, William Grinaldi, and as I promised, on this segment I'm going to invite a community focused on education. As discussed on previous segment, I'm discussing about education in Indonesia and its challenges, like lots of challenges. So without further ado, I'm going to invite my guest for today. Hello, maybe
Hi.
you could introduce yourself first to the smart viewers. Yeah.
Sure. Hi. My name is Grace Felicia, and I'm currently the president of Rotaract Jakarta Metropolitan. So Rotaract is basically community for the youngsters who cares and wanting to make a change in the community. So currently our project is we're focusing on education. So we've been renovating a school for underprivileged kids in the rural areas all around Indonesia, mostly Bogor.
Oh my God, yeah. So the main focus of Rotaract Jakarta Metropolitan, focusing on Jakarta or other areas?
We're actually we're finding school that's that's in a very poor condition.
Oh yeah.
So it's kind of like school in Jakarta. Usually we already have the support from the government.
Yeah.
But in rural areas where you can't even find it on a map, they don't get that privilege, So that's exactly the kind of school that we wanted to help out, because we believe that everybody deserves a proper education, and we also understand the importance of early education.
Yeah, I mean the early education, like it's important, and also if you can share about what Rotaract Jakarta Metropolitan currently doing. Yeah.
All right, so we're currently working on a school which is based in Bogor rural areas, and it's pretty much the same like the last school that we were working on. So the roof is leaking, the ceilings are falling down, and because Bogor area is very it's a lot of rain there.
Oh yeah.
So they have a termites problem. So all the doors or windows and even desks and chairs, it's all eaten by termites. So we're actually trying to renovate, and we're actually already halfway there maybe. And they also don't have a toilet, which means like they need to walk a bit, far to go to the toilet. So we're actually building 2 toilets for them, and there's the school has around maybe 100 students, and it's like primary school students. So that's what we're trying to do, and hopefully the project will be done in May.
Oh, yeah. So the Rotaract focuses on one school per project, or like various schools in one time?
Because of we're a community, so we don't get support from we don't get like income all months. So all the costs are, we're doing like crowdfunding, usually from social media, or even doing like charity event or garage sale and stuff. That's primarily our main donation, so we can't afford to work on 2 different schools at the same time. So most of the time, it's going to be 1 school per year.
Oh yeah. So, and we can also share about Rotaract's mission. At first, from the beginning, are you focusing more education or other related?
Interesting
Working,
question.
yeah.
Well, I guess it's kind of like a brief history about Rotaract. It's under Rotary International. But Rotary International, usually you got to be around 30 upper to be in a Rotary. But Rotaract is focusing more on youngsters who wants to help out the community. And in Rotary, we have several points that we're trying to change the world, like providing water system, education, and then polio and stuff. So every club has different main area of focus, but our Rotaract Jakarta Metropolitan itself, we see that like this rural areas doesn't have that facilities to have a proper education. So and we see that no Rotary or Rotaract club is actually focusing on that.
Yeah.
So we said, why don't we make it as our main mission and goal, to renovate school and provide proper education to these underprivileged kids.
Oh yeah, so those are the main focus right now.
Yeah.
So, and about yourself, maybe you can share about the first time you joined the community, the Rotaract Jakarta. Yeah.
Okay. Quite funny story about that actually.
Yeah.
So I knew this guy. I met this guy from Rotary Kwinana. Kwinana is in Western Australia. It's a suburban area from Perth. So we started to talk, and then it's just like a casual meeting and stuff. And then he asked me what I wanted to do in life, like what's my passion. I said, I guess I've always wanted to help out people, but I haven't found the right community.
Oh yeah, so like the right community to join.
Yeah.
Yeah, what are the ways? Yeah, that. Yeah, it's
Right.
yeah. So
So,
that, yeah.
like moving forward, it's kind of like, and then he asked me like, can we actually, do you want to be a part of it? And I said, yeah, why not, So he introduced me to this Rotaract club. So I joined the first meeting. And actually, because what I'm doing is an account executive, it's a consultant.
Yeah.
So they were having trouble with doing or gathering the funds to renovate the previous school. So I was just there to actually give my advice, on how to do a good fundraising.
Oh yeah.
But apparently, afterwards, I just got involved afterwards.
Oh yeah, so the discussion in chat is getting more interesting, but we're gonna have to take a break first. So I'll see you again. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned on Face to Face. Hi, smart viewers. Welcome back to Face to Face. Still with me, William Rinaldi, and where I'm currently discussing about education in Indonesia and also communities specialized in education, Rotaract Jakarta Metropolitan, and we continue our discussion is about how we join the community and also how you got into the activities on Rotary and Rotaract Jakarta, and also maybe you can share about one of the most memorable moments when you joined Rotaract. Yeah,
Okay, most memorable. I would say, so to join Rotaract, you have like a 3 months probation first, and it's not like probation whether if like you have the quality or not.
Yeah, okay.
It's more of is this a suitable club for you or not? Do you have the same vision or mission as the Rotaract Club that you're actually joining in? So during that 3 months probation, afterwards in last year's May, we went to the last school that we were working on, not this current one, and we were finishing up all the renovation. And actually, the Rotary Kwinana also came here, and our Rotaract Club also joined to paint all the schools and clean up all the like messy stuff there, And little did I know that that was actually the day where I finished my probation.
Oh. Okay.
And then so they inducted me as an official member of Rotaract. And then the next thing the current president back then said was, do we all agree that Grace is going to be the next president? And they're like, here. So I was like, I actually just joined Rotaract.
So
I have no idea at all. But they chose me, and I'm the type of person that I'm going to go up for the challenge. So that's probably the most memorable.
The shock,
Rotaract.
surprise, shock value. And also we have some photos to be discussed about your activity and also the Rotaract activities. Maybe you can share, we can share about this photo.
Yeah, so this photo is actually taken before the renovation started. So it's like we're taking it from the outside. It's quite a big school, but like the roof at this school is actually very good. Like it's not that bad.
Yeah.
But after sorry, my bad. Like actually we already renovated the roof, but it's the year before. So it take like the whole year to get all the funds to change the roofs. That's why it's looking proper. But the inside was really bad. Like the ceilings were falling down, and it's pretty much same type. Like the desk and chair and doors and windows are all eaten by termites. So that's the first look of the school that we were working on previously.
Maybe you can share about the next photo.
Right. So as I've said before, that's the condition of the ceilings, and I mean, it's very dangerous for the kids. Like if it falls down, then somebody got injured, then it's gonna be very. It's very bad,
dangerous.
Technically, and because this area is in the middle of nowhere, there's no like close hospital or even like posyandu. Yeah, so like we're trying to prevent any accidents from happening. So that's pretty much what we've done after changing the roof. We changed the ceilings.
Okay, the next photo.
Right. So this is we changed the roof, but this is from the first year.
Oh yeah.
Right. So the first school that we did, we changed into. I mean, we divided it into 2 stages. The first one is the changing the roof. So back then the roof was just with tin, like tin, right? Tin. So we changed it into like light steel. And then we change it actually into roof, so we're preventing it from leaking, or if there's like a thunderstorm, then it prevents it from going up. Right. So this is there's me and some Rotaractors and also the school kids. So they were very grateful, like that we're actually. Providing them like a good or proper education. So even some of them were helping us to like sander the tables and chairs. It's very fun. Right. So during this project, we also had help from another local community called Diberi Untuk Memberi. pretty much the same focus, you know, like youngsters wanting to make a change to the world. So we were painting the ceilings, also the walls. It was actually, it took probably the whole day
to paint
all the class. They had like 4 classes, so it was quite a job.
Yeah. Okay.
Right. See, so there's the kids helping to sunder the tables. Like they just felt like we, you know, like it belongs to them, and we're actually helping them out. So they wanted to be a part of that project as well. So it was very good to see.
Oh yes. So, and also what's interesting about it, maybe you can maybe you focused on the building. Are you more focused also on the education itself? Yeah.
Well, the thing is, like, we wanted it to focus more on education, but as you know, like the Indonesian government, they already set a standard for each school, like international, national, or madrasah, so we can't actually change that up. But what we did was, usually we did a workshop of, like, say, English class, or that famous Indonesian thing called piket. So we actually said to them, you know, who wants to clean up the whole school for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So we wanted to, I guess the education or the thing that we wanted to teach these kids is that, you know, like, this property now belongs to you. So if you can't take care of it, then probably nobody else will. So you got to be responsible.
Happen like would be in the previous condition if it's left out.
Right. So that's the kind of thing, you know, like it belongs to you. You need to take care of it. You know, we're helping you to get a better and proper education. So that's you know, that's basically what you need to be grateful for, and that's exactly like why you should I don't know, like, take care of the building, or make it feels like it's all of us.
It's also the importance is to maintain that condition also.
Maintaining is the hard thing.
And also I'm curious about, you know, how you approach the, you know, the schools, you know, and how you can, you know, bring the change first, you know. Maybe you can share some of that, you know. You have to take a special approach, or like what?
I'm a PR person, I guess. That's what I do. No, just kidding. It's usually when we found a school, then we would go there, you know, and we would ask them, you know, we usually get the contact number from. So this is the thing, like, this school that we were working on, like, the previous school actually said, hey, you know, in another village there's, you know, also there's a school with similar condition. Do you want to do it? You know, so they gave us the contact. So I contacted the person, and I said, hey, you know, introduce myself, what is Rotaract and stuff, and said, can we actually, excuse me, can we actually go there to go there and stuff. And afterwards we went there and we asked them actually what they needed from us, and then we go there with the contractor, you know, did all the quotation, and then we found our funding and we started to make the renovation happen.
So we can, you know, share to the smart viewers who are interested in joining Rotaracts or other communities, you know, the similar communities. You can share, you know, how you can encourage them.
Wise words from Grace, right? It's probably people nowadays always try to, you know, criticize the world or you know, the government. So I believe that you can't. I mean, you can't make a change by criticizing people, but you can make a change starting from yourself. So if you want to be a part of us, please do contact me. We have our Instagram at RAC JKT Metro, or you can contact us, Rotaract Jakarta Metropolitan, from Facebook as well. And I guess that's it from me.
Yeah, so those are the contacts when Smart Viewers can get connected to the community. So thank you so much, Grace, for coming to the show. We hope that by sharing, we can influence and encourage other smart viewers, who are watching to make a change to the community, to do the change. Yes, so thank you so much. I'll see you again on other episodes. So until then, I'll see you again. So bye.